We now look at number 6 in our series on the Gospel of Mark, and this one is to do with Inside Out. That's the title. It's primarily Mark chapter 7. It deals with the arguments with the Pharisees about ritual cleanliness. That's why I think it's called Inside Out, because the Pharisees have got the wrong idea. They think that it's just what is there on the outside that defiles you, and Jesus says no, it's what's on the inside that's the problem. Then there's that wonderful story of the Syrophoenician woman, not even an Israelite, who comes to Jesus, and then the healing of a deaf man. I put in the notes for this time the extended reading of Isaiah 29 verse 13. These people come and praise me with their words and honor me with lip service, but their thoughts are miles away. Their worship of me only consists of them following rules people have taught them. And that's really summing up the challenge of dealing with these Pharisees who come and say, why aren't you following all these rules on observing ritual cleanliness? And Jesus says, you're preoccupied with all of that, and yet inside you're all corrupt. You have all these terrible ideas, and you think just because you don't do them, then you're fine, and you follow all these rituals and observances. And Jesus is saying, absolutely not. And that's not what it's all about. You need to think again about what this is really meaning, what's going on with all of this. And then in the later passage there, when he goes to Tyre, why did he do that? Why did he leave Israel and go to Tyre? Maybe he was sick and tired of these people who were just so concerned with ritual observance. He said, let's leave them behind. I don't need to deal with all this hassle. He goes there, doesn't want anybody to know he's staying, but he couldn't keep it a secret. And as soon as a woman whose little daughter had an evil spirit heard about him, she came and fell at his feet. What did she know? There's a question we can't really answer. Why would she come to Jesus? What had she heard? What basis did she have to come and ask him for the healing of her little daughter? She begged Jesus to drive out the demon from her daughter, and Jesus replies, "First let the children eat until they're full," referring, of course, to the people of Israel. And then he says, and this is the stunning part, it's not right to take the children's food and throw it to the dogs. Because that's what the people of Judea thought about these Gentiles, these foreigners. And I'm sure even the disciples had problems along those lines. Racial discrimination against these people from Syrophoenicia. So Jesus is trying to alert folk to this general idea and treating them as dogs. I'm not saying that Jesus thought that himself. I think he was using this as a teaching opportunity. I'm sure he didn't think of the Syrophoenician people as dogs. The way she responds is absolutely amazing. True, sir, but even the dogs under the table eat the scraps the children leave. I'm only asking for a scrap, a little miracle. Heal my daughter. I don't care what you call me. I don't care about any kinds of discrimination or what people think of me or why I'm begging you here. I just know that you're the person who can heal my daughter. That's all I'm asking for. She doesn't get into an argument. She doesn't say, well, what you say is very hurtful and all the rest of it. No. This is a great answer. And Jesus says, for that kind of answer, you have your miracle. For such an answer you may go. The demon has left your daughter. She went home and found the child lying on the bed, the demon gone. And then there's this story of the deaf and dumb man whose ears and mouth, his tongue needed to be opened. And the people after that miracle says they are completely amazed. Everything he does is marvelous. He even makes the deaf hear and the dumb speak. This is Jesus turning all our ideas upside down, especially those of the Pharisees. It's inside out. I wrote a piece one time called The Radical Christ, because he changes all our ideas, turns them upside down, and shows us what God is really like. May we take the time this week to do just that.